Welcome in, everybody. I'm Chief Meteorologist Eric Snitil. That's John Kutchko, and these are two happy campers today with the weather, right?
It was entertaining. I don't remember a day quite like this in quite some time as far as the diversity, and it began at 8:10 this morning for me with the alert on the phone.
Yeah, I mean, it looks still lake effect E out there right now. We've got a few of these snow showers there, but if we could pull up some of the video and stills that you shot earlier today, John, walk us through what we're looking at.
Yeah, so earlier today, the sun's out in Fairport along the canal about 8:35 in the morning, and within 2 minutes it went from sun splash to snow wall.
120 seconds is what you're saying.
Absolutely. It was incredible. I sped this up to a 20-second time lapse, but this is why, Eric, and you know better than I do, why they issued those alerts, and maybe it'll startle you on the phone when you get it, when we do get them now. Right. But if you're out there driving and the road's dry, it's sunny out, and then all of a sudden you're facing those conditions, you want a heads up.
Well, and I'll tell you what, so folks are aware, to be clear on this, those alerts, they do not come from us. They don't come from the television stations. This is from the National Weather Service office in Buffalo. And what they've got here is data that supports when these squalls come through, you end up getting a much higher risk of pile-up car accidents.
Absolutely.
That is their justification and reason for having this go out in the emergency alert system. Now, we can debate and argue whether or not that's the best call or not, but the reality is they've got evidence that says these things cause problems. And you look at that video.
Oh, yeah.
That's scary.
Oh, it really is. And two things to note here. You had construction workers working on the lift bridge. It's closed for a year. And they were out there this morning. I was originally out there to document them when I got the alert and changed my game plan. And then the person walking the dog, it's pretty funny because they're watching right on your screen. They see the wall coming and they're like, we're going to turn around and take cover. We're not going to do that. It was an entertaining morning. So I began there, went to Lake Ontario later at Sodas Point, had quite a show there as well.
So the going premise here is these alerts are going to be going out over your phone moving forward. This is the new thing from the National Weather Service, and whenever we get these setups, primarily lake effect, when they issue those squall warnings, you're going to know about it.
And like you said, it's a source to debate. I think, you know, when you're driving and you know your phone's got an alarm going on and you're driving trying to focus on the road, your inclination is to reach the phone, find out what's going on. That can be a negative, but they must feel that it far outweighs the negative when they can, and you see, with conditions like that, you need to get a little heads up.
And I would imagine there is some element here of experimenting for what is going to be the best course of action. You may come to find in months or years down the line that maybe we need to do this a bit differently, but they feel that this is the appropriate course of action, and certainly with what you saw and what we have seen, you can get some big-time traffic issues out of that. Thankfully, I think that part is done. We're not done with the snow showers yet. Cold air, warm Lake Ontario. It's unusually warm Lake Ontario, in fact, with how warm we've been. Temps will continue to fall through the teens tonight, John. We've got wind chills right now in Rochester at 9. I think we'll drop those 5 to 0 by about bedtime. That would be 10 o'clock tonight. And then we could be back to near 60 on Saturday.
It's incredible.
Isn't
this
that wild?
kind of dynamic for January in particular. And it's not like, and we've had a series of these ups and downs, and we've noted on the area, you wonder why so many people are sick and coughing out there. You're not getting any kind of consistency with the cold air.
And we've had the Arctic kind of pushes, but they have been fleeting. They last a day or two. We haven't had that cold air mass that has settled in, and that's where you start getting into some of the really hefty lake effect snow totals. That is not what you're going to get through the rest of the evening tonight. We do still have scattered snow showers. Most of this I would call light to moderate, some of the deeper greens showing up with some Lake Erie enhancement too through parts of Genesee and Wyoming counties. I could see maybe another inch or so out of this, but that should be about it. Tomorrow, some of that snow is going to end up melting. We start in the teens. We'll end up near the freezing mark into the afternoon, but there'll be partial sunshine. So that will help melt some of that snow away. All of that snow is going to end up being gone by Friday into Saturday. Friday's highs end up getting near 50. Look at that, 49.
That's incredible,
by 2 o'clock into the afternoon. Once this wave of rain works in on Friday, it ain't going anywhere, folks, for a while. This is an absolute soaker of a weekend. Steady, soaking, and locally heavy rain through most all of the day on Saturday. The going premise that we've seen here, John, over the last 24 hours, the models have been warmer. So this notion that we get in on a backside wintry mix Saturday night and Sunday, I do think enough cold air gets in to turn this into some snow early Sunday. But I think it's inconsequential at this point. This is a rain event for us.
And that's to be reckoned with. I mean, you're talking a significant amount of precip here.
And check out some of the
Well,
Precip
I mean, that's high
chances.
confidence, right? That's what you call high confidence.
Yeah, that's what you call a
90
soaker.
and 100%.
Yeah.
It's a soaker. And you're talking about a lake that is, what, anywhere from 14 to 18 inches higher than where it should be this
Already.
time of year.
Correct.
And all that precip, all that water funneling into Lake Ontario.
Here's what we're talking.
Room for concern here. Look
1
at
to
these
2
totals.
inches,
Yeah.
easily 1 to 2 inches.
Amazing.
You're going to get some locations that end up with 2+ inches out of that.
I want to bring this up.
Yeah.
Wonder if this was a normal January and temperatures were about 24, 25 degrees. This would be a full-out blizzard, would it not?
If you just did, for argument's sake, a 10 to 1 snow ratio out of this, 15.5 inches of snow in Rochester.
Maybe next time.
30 inches of snow in Toronto. And you know, folks from, let's say, just north of Detroit all the way to Toronto, this whole icy situation that we've been monitoring,
Yeah.
you know, the whole premise being, does it get south enough to get to us? And the models have pushed it north. This corridor of some of the heaviest total, they're going to get a major icing event out of this from Michigan through parts of Canada. It's going to be a big deal there.
And the travel ramifications, especially airfare, given Toronto and Detroit, will be felt all over the place.
And you brought up, so we got a big football game in
Green Bay this weekend,
Yeah.
and that could be very entertaining as
They
well.
could get some snow out of this.
Yeah.
I think
It's always fun to see a snowstorm
Oh,
on
I love
Lambeau, is it not? Come
It
on.
makes the football game that much more fun.
Yeah.
8-day forecast, 33, 49, 56.
I'll be in shorts.
European model, by the way, John says 60 on the money on Saturday for what it's worth.
Amazing.
So we shall see. Colder air does start to spill in here on Sunday. That changes the rain to snow, but by that point, the backside is here. Most of the heaviest stuff is already pulled off to the east. I don't think that is a big deal at all. And then just some scattered action as we go into next week. I don't see any big snowfall yet.
It's been entertaining. This was fun today. And you gave me a heads up on it. It was all that and more.
Yeah, the weekend may be a little less fun, but you might get some really interesting shots here with that much water coming in that quickly.
Oh, yeah. No question.
Yeah,
The waterfalls
we'll see where
will
it
be
goes.
raging
I
all
do
over.
believe so. All right, we're going to see all of you in about 15 minutes. News at 5. Thanks for watching.
Take care.